Rachel, a beautiful and charming single mother in her mid-45, her daughter, Emma, had grown into a lovely young woman and was married to a handsome and successful man named Alex. After their wedding, Rachel insists that her mother moved in with her in husband's house, since she had no one expect her. Alex, a kind-hearted man, accepted her request. Rachel was thrilled for Emma, but as she spent time with Alex, she found herself drawn to him. She couldn't explain why, but his kindness, intelligence, and warmth captivated her. At first, Rachel tried to brush off her feelings, thinking it was just pride in her future son-in-law. But as the days passed, her attraction grew stronger. She began to notice the way Alex smiled, his laughter, and the way he looked at Emma. Rachel felt guilty and ashamed. How could she, a mother, fall for her daughter's husband? She tried to distance herself, but family gatherings made it impossible. Rachel's emotions simmered, and she couldn't keep her secret hidden. She invited Alex to meet her at a quiet cafe, away from prying eyes. As they sat down, Rachel's hands trembled. "Alex, I need to tell you something." Alex looked concerned. "What is it, Mother?" Rachel took a deep breath. "I have feelings for you." Strong feelings. Alex's expression changed from concern to shock. "Rachel, I don't know what to say." Rachel's words spilled out. "I know it's wrong, but I couldn't help how I feel. We can keep it a secret, just between us." "Emma doesn't need to know." Alex's face turned bright red. "Mother, stop. This is crazy." "I'm married to Emma, your daughter," Rachel's eyes pleaded. "I know, but I can't help myself. We can make this work, in secret." Alex stood up, his voice firm. "No, Rachel. This is unacceptable. I love Emma, and I won't betray her trust." Rachel's face crumpled. "Please, Alex. Don't reject me." Alex's expression softened, but his words remained firm. "Mother, I'm sorry. This can never happen. We must forget this conversation. I'm your son-in-law, and you are like a mother to me. Oh, please think about that. We can't be," Alex said and walked out of the bar. Despite Alex's clear rejection, Rachel couldn't let go. She began to make subtle advances, hoping to wear him down. In the shared house, Rachel would purposely bump into Alex, touching his arm or shoulder. She'd catch his eye, holding the gaze a beat too long. Alex tried to ignore her, but Rachel's persistence grew. When Emma was away, Rachel would innocently ask Alex for help with household chores. As they worked together, Rachel would brush against him, her body language screaming seduction. Alex felt trapped and uncomfortable. "Mother. Stop. We already discussed this," Alex reminded her. Rachel feigned innocence. "What are you talking about, Alex?" "I'm just being friendly." But Alex knew better. One evening, Emma was to get some stuffs in the market, and Rachel saw her chance. She prepared a sensual dinner, candles flickering. As Alex entered the dining room, Rachel's eyes locked onto his. "Join me, Alex," she purred. Alex hesitated, sensing danger. "Mother, Emma will be back soon," Alex said, trying to deflect. Rachel's smile grew wider. "We have time." Alex excused himself, fleeing to his room. Rachel's schemes continued, pushing Alex to the brink. Alex walked a thin line, avoiding Rachel's seductive traps. He'd excuse himself from conversations, citing work or exhaustion, but Rachel persisted. Even with Emma present, Rachel would innocently praise Alex. "Emma, your husband is so handsome when he's concentrating," Rachel said, batting her eyelashes. Emma smiled, oblivious to her mother's intentions. Alex shifted uncomfortably, trying to downplay the compliment. When Emma left the room, Rachel's tone changed. "Alex, you're so strong and capable. I feel safe around you," Rachel whispered. Alex's instincts screamed warning. He quickly changed the subject. Rachel's indirect flirting continued, wearing Alex down. One evening, Emma was out for church service, and Rachel saw her chance. "Alex, help me with the dishes," Rachel asked, her voice husky. As they stood at the sink, Rachel's hand brushed Alex's. "Sorry," Rachel said, her eyes locking onto his. Alex pulled away, drying his hands hastily. "Excuse me, Rachel. I need to study," Alex said, fleeing to his room. Rachel's smile grew wider, her plans unfolding. Meanwhile, Emma began to notice her mother's unusual behavior. "Mom, why are you always praising Alex?" Emma asked one evening as they sat on a couch. Rachel laughed. "I just want you two to be happy, sweetie." Alex struggled to find the right words to tell Emma about her mother's behavior. He didn't want to hurt Emma or damage their relationship. One evening, as they sat together, Alex hesitated. "Sweetheart, can I talk to you about something?" Alex asked. Emma looked concerned. "What's wrong?" Alex took a deep breath. "It's about your mom. I think she needs her own space." Emma frowned. "What do you mean?" Alex carefully chose his words. "I think it would be best if we got her an apartment, just for her." Emma's expression changed from curiosity to shock. "Why?" "Mom loves living with us," Alex tried to reassure her. "I know, but I think it would be better for everyone." Emma's voice trembled. "You want to take my mom away from me?" "She's all I have." Alex realized his mistake. "No, sweetheart, that's not what I meant." Emma's tears flowed. "Mom has no one else." "I'm all she has, and she's all I have too." Alex comforted Emma, feeling guilty for his failed attempt. "I understand, sweetheart. We'll make it work." But Alex knew he had to find another way to address mother-in-law's behavior. Days passed, and Alex's frustration grew. One evening, Emma noticed Alex's distant mood. "What's wrong?" Emma asked. Alex hesitated, unsure how to share his concerns without hurting Emma. "Nothing," Alex said, forcing a smile. Emma's eyes narrowed. "Tell me." Alex took a deep breath. "Your mom, sometimes she says things, looks at me in ways that make me uncomfortable." Emma's expression changed from concern to shock. "What do you mean?" Emma asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Alex took a deep breath and shared his concerns with Emma. "Your mom's praise makes me uncomfortable. She says things that feel flirtatious." Emma's expression changed from concern to surprise. "That's just mom being mom. She's always been affectionate." Alex hesitated. "It's different this time, Emma. It feels intentional." Emma's eyes narrowed. "I'll talk to her." The next day, Emma confronted Rachel. "Mom, Alex feels uncomfortable with your praise. Please be more mindful." Rachel smiled innocently. "Sweetie, I just want to see you two happy. That's all." Emma accepted the explanation, but Alex knew better. He realized Emma wouldn't believe him, so he dropped the issue. Alex decided to endure Rachel's advances, avoiding confrontation, but the tension simmered beneath the surface. One evening, as Emma worked late, Rachel found Alex alone. "Alex, you're so kind to Emma," Rachel said, her voice husky. Alex shifted uncomfortably. "Thanks, Mother. Just trying to be a good partner." Rachel's gaze lingered, her intentions clear. Alex excused himself, escaping to his room. The situation weighed heavily on him. Rachel followed Alex to his room, her intentions clear. "Alex, I'm worried about you," Rachel said, her voice soft and husky. Alex tried to brush her off. "I'm fine, Mother. Just tired." But Rachel persisted, stepping closer. "Let me help you relax," Rachel whispered, her hand on Alex's chest. Alex's resolve weakened, and he felt a surge of attraction. Despite knowing better, Alex succumbed to Rachel's seduction. As they embraced, Alex's guilt and shame grew, but he couldn't resist Rachel's charms that moments. They had sex together, the forbidden act hanging heavy in the air. When Emma returned from work, Rachel played the role of loving mother. "Hey, sweetie. How was your day?" Rachel asked. Emma's exhaustion masked her obliviousness. Long day, Mom. Just need rest, Emma replied. Alex's guilt consumed him, knowing what had transpired. The weight of his betrayal threatened to crush him. The next day, Emma busied herself in the kitchen, cooking lunch. Alex sat in the living room, watching football. Rachel entered, her smile sly. Alex, you were incredible last night, Rachel whispered. You are such a sweet man on bed. No wonder my daughter looks happy every day by day. Alex's eyes darted to Emma, ensuring she wasn't listening. Mother, stop, Alex warned. But Rachel continued, you have a gift, Alex. You made me feel alive. You made me feel like a woman again. Alex's face burned with shame and anger. Just then, Emma walked into the sitting room. Mom, how's the soup coming along? Emma asked. Rachel swiftly changed the subject. Emma, have you seen my favorite scarf? I think I left it in my bedroom. Emma, oblivious to the tension, replied, no, Mom, I haven't seen it. Alex's anger simmered, knowing he'd betrayed Emma's trust. As Emma returned to the kitchen, Alex shot Rachel a warning glance. Rachel smiled, triumphant. The rest of the day, Alex struggled to face Emma. Guilt consumed him, threatening to expose his secret. Emma noticed Alex's distant behavior and grew concerned. Darling, what's wrong? You seem withdrawn, Emma asked. Alex forced a smile. Just work stress, Emma. Lots on my mind. Emma's eyes narrowed. Is everything okay? You can tell me. Alex hesitated before speaking. I'm just thinking about our future, Emma. Wanting to start investing, securing our financial stability. Emma's expression softened. That sounds great, darling, but is that all? Alex nodded vigorously. Yes, that's all. Don't worry. Emma wasn't convinced, but Alex's reassurance somewhat alleviated her concerns. Days passed, and Alex's behavior remained erratic. Emma sensed something deeper was troubling Alex. One evening, as they prepared for bed, Emma approached Alex. Darling, I know you're hiding something. Please tell me, Emma said. Alex's eyes darted away, avoiding Emma's gaze. Emma, trust me, it's just work. I'll get through this. Emma's voice trembled. Darling, I feel like I'm losing you. Alex's guilt overwhelmed him, but he maintained the facade. 3 months passed since the fateful night. Rachel's health began to decline. She felt lightheaded, nauseous, and perpetually exhausted. Emma noticed her mother's struggles and grew concerned. Mom, you need to see a doctor, Emma insisted. Rachel hesitated but eventually agreed. At the hospital, the doctor's diagnosis stunned them. Rachel, you're pregnant, the doctor announced. Emma's jaw dropped. That's impossible. Rachel's face turned bright red. The drive home was tense. Emma's questions poured out once they arrived. Mom, who's the father? How did this happen? Rachel's eyes welled up with tears. Emma, I don't know what to say. Emma's voice rose. You're 45 years old. How could this happen? Do you have a man behind my back? Rachel sobbed, unable to respond. Alex watched from the sidelines, guilt-ridden. He knew the truth, but kept silent. Emma's anger turned to shock. Mom, was it someone we know? Emma asked. Rachel's tears intensified. Emma's eyes narrowed. Tell me, Mom. Emma demanded. Weeks passed, and Emma's frustration grew. Mom, please tell me who the father is, Emma begged. Rachel evaded, changing the subject or feigning memory loss. One day, Emma's patience snapped. Mom, stop lying to me. Emma shouted. Rachel trembled, seeing Emma's anger. Emma, calm down, Rachel pleaded, but Emma wouldn't back down. Who is it, Mom? Is it someone I know? A friend? Tell me. Emma demanded. Rachel's eyes darted around the room. Emma, I didn't mean to hurt anyone, Rachel stammered. Emma's voice rose to a crescendo. Tell me now, or I'll never speak to you again. Emma warned. Rachel's shoulders slumped in defeat. Emma, it's Alex, Rachel whispered. Alex? Which Alex? Emma asked. The Alex you know, your husband. Rachel said, sobbing uncontrollably. Emma's world crashed. What? No, that can't be. Emma screamed. Rachel nodded, tears streaming down her face. I'm sorry, Emma. It wasn't his fault, I seduced him. Emma felt betrayed, her heart shattered. Emma stormed into the bedroom, her anger boiling over. Alex looked up from his book, sensing danger. Sweetheart, what's wrong? Alex asked, feigning innocence. Emma's voice trembled. Who is your sweetheart? You know exactly what's wrong. Alex's eyes narrowed, guilt flickering across his face. Emma, calm down. Alex tried to placate, but Emma wouldn't be silenced. You slept with my mother, Emma said, her voice rising. Alex's face paled. Emma, don't even try to deny it. Emma cut him off. How could you, Alex? My own husband and my mother? Emma screamed. Alex's eyes dropped, shame written across his face. Emma, I'm sorry. It was a mistake, Alex whispered. Emma's laughter was laced with bitterness. A mistake? A mistake is forgetting to pick up milk. This is unforgivable. Alex took a step forward, hands outstretched. Emma, please, don't touch me. Emma spat. The room seemed to shrink, the air thick with tension. Alex's voice trembled. Emma, I tried to tell you, your mom, she's been flirting with me for months. Emma's expression turned incredulous. You expect me to believe that? Emma asked. Alex nodded desperately. It's true. I wanted to rent an apartment for her because I couldn't handle it anymore. Emma's eyes widened. You mean, all this time, you were trying to tell me? Alex nodded. Yes, but I didn't know how. I felt trapped. Emma's face contorted in anguish. And you gave in. You slept with my mother, Emma whispered. Alex's tears flowed. I'm so sorry, Emma. I was weak. Emma shook her head. I'm disappointed in you, Alex. And in my mother. Emma's voice cracked. How could she do this to me? To us? Alex's face crumpled. I don't know, Emma. I'm so sorry. The room fell silent, heavy with regret. Emma's words dropped like bombs. I need space. Get out. Alex nodded, defeated, and left the room. Emma sat alone in the room, surrounded by shattered dreams. How did this happen? Emma whispered to herself. She paced around the room, trying to process. Was I blind? Was I oblivious to it all? Emma's mind raced with memories. The way Mom would touch Alex's arm, the way she'd laugh at his jokes. I thought it was just harmless. Emma's voice rose in anguish. Why didn't I see it? Why didn't I stop it? She slumped onto the bed, burying her face in her hands. Mom, how could you? Alex, how could you? Tears streamed down Emma's face. I feel so betrayed. So hurt. Emma's thoughts swirled with questions. Was our whole marriage a lie? Was everything just a facade? The room seemed to spin around her. Emma's world had shattered. She didn't know how to pick up the pieces. Emma stormed into Rachel's room, tears streaming down her face. Mom, how could you? Emma screamed. Rachel looked up, startled. Emma, sweetie, don't call me sweetie. Emma spat. You seduced my husband. You ruined our marriage. Rachel's eyes filled with tears. Emma, I'm sorry. I was weak. Emma's anger boiled over. Weak? You were selfish. You only thought of yourself. Emma's voice trembled. I regret the day I knew you as my mother. I hate you for this, Rachel sobbed. Emma, please forgive me. But Emma's pain wouldn't let her. You're not my mother. You're a monster. Emma's words cut deep. I don't want you in my life. I disown you. Rachel's face crumpled. Emma, no. Please, get out of my sight. Get out of my life. Emma turned and walked away, leaving Rachel shattered. Emma stormed out of the house, slamming the door behind her. She couldn't bear the thought of living with Alex and Rachel anymore. How could they do this to me? Emma thought, tears streaming down her face. She hailed a taxi and headed to a nearby hotel, checking in for the night. As she settled into her room, Emma's mind reeled with thoughts. How could my own mother betray me like this? And Alex, my husband, how could he? Emma felt nauseous, her heart heavy with pain. She knew she couldn't go back to that house, to that life. I need to start over, Emma decided. Alex's anger boiled over as he confronted Rachel. You knew this would happen, Rachel. You knew Emma would leave me, Alex shouted. Rachel trembled, tears streaming down her face. Alex, please, get out. Alex bellowed. Rachel gathered her belongings, stunned. Alex, where will I go? Rachel begged. Alex's expression hardened. That's not my business. You should have thought of that before you seduced me. Rachel's eyes widened. You're blaming me? Rachel asked. Alex's voice rose. Yes, I blame you. You manipulated me, used me to get to Emma. Rachel's face crumpled. Alex, I love you, don't say that. Alex spat. You don't know what love is. You only know how to destroy lives. Alex opened the door, pushing Rachel out. Rachel stumbled onto the sidewalk, alone and frightened. As night fell, Rachel realized she had nowhere to go, no friends, no family, no home. She wandered the streets with heavy pregnancy, tears streaming down her face. Eventually, Rachel found herself at a local shelter. The harsh reality hit her. She was homeless. Rachel's thoughts swirled with regret. What have I done? Rachel whispered.